Hello, we're glad to welcome you to our clinic. How are you doing today? Well, you can sit right in front of me, and today, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna have a color blindness test with you, right? Okay. Well, I'm always looking forward to these tests, to be honest. They are so much fun, and all our patients always enjoy them to the fullest. Well, I'd like to ask you right away, if you remember, when was your last time when you had an actual eye exam? Okay, great. Have you had any complaints related to your eyesight lately? Okay, so today we're gonna test mostly colors in your perception of colors, but in general, do you think we should check anything else related to your eyesight? Okay, right, so next time. Wow, wonderful. So could you please tell me what color of the light can you see? Just like classical white cold light. Okay, great. And what about this one? Does it seem to be the same to you? Is it like the same shade of color? Okay, so this one is quite warmer. Okay, great. Well, now, could you please follow this warm light for me? Okay, good. Now please tell me which light is closer, white or yellowish warm lights. You can concentrate on my nose, on my face, please. Good. Good job. Alright, great. Now, could you please tell me what color of light is this? Okay, great. And what if we compare it with this one? Alright, so this one is white, this one is bluish. Great. Now follow the blue light for me, please. Yeah, they can be quite similar at some point, so okay, now please let me know when I take down the white light. So when it disappears from your vision. Okay. Great. Okay, so now the white light is still in your field of vision and the blue one is gone. Great. Good job. Okay. What about this color? Green. Wonderful. And once again, what about this one? Blue. Okay, now follow the green one for me, please. Good. And now look at the blue light. Wonderful. And what about this color? Great, red it is. And this one once again? Green. Right, good. So now please look at the red light for me. Just, tell me which one is closer to you. Good job. Well, great. Now let's use some extra stuff. So could you please tell me what color is this light now? So it's more like yellowish. Good. And what about now? It's green again. All right. And what about now? Okay, great. Now let's try to use the other. What about now? So it's still green, and now same green. Okay, amazing, good. Now with the other one, could you please have a look? What color is it? Once again, red. Good. And what about now? Can you see any changes? Once again, so still red. Good job. All right. And now the other one. What about this one? And if we put it behind this, can you still see the color? So, okay, it became a bit purplish. Good job. Okay. Now, could you please tell me what color is the top of this puppet heart? Purple. Great. What about the next one? Good. Like bluish. And what about the third one? Can you see any difference between these two? The second and the third line? Good job. Okay. What if I put them closer? You still see the difference? Right. Okay, what about this one? Great. Yellow. And these two. Can you see can you distinguish between these two colors? The very bottom one and the last bottom one? Okay, great. Now could you please remind me, what colors have you just seen? Let's test your focus as well. Okay, good. Right, wonderful. Well, now, what color is this? Okay, great, sure. This, it's quite easy, this one. Good job. What about this? Good. Alright, well, now, could you please tell me, what color is this like? Yeah. Okay, great. And what about this? Do they look similar to you? Okay. So what's the difference between these two colors? How would you describe it? Because it's not that huge, right? It's not like they are contrasting or something. So how would you describe this difference between these and this? This shade of pink and this. Alright. Well, that's very accurate actually. Good. Okay. Well, now let's have a look what else we've got there. And what about this shade? Okay, so it's super bright, like fluorescent green. Okay, good. Can you see any difference between these two colors? Okay, so they're quite different. In what way? If you had to describe which one is lighter, which one is darker, which one seems to be brighter to you? Okay. And what if we compare it with this color? Okay, not so similar. Great. Now, what would you say about this one? How would you describe this color? What about these? Do they look similar to you? Okay, at some point, if you had to describe the difference between them. Okay, and now let's add this one as well. Which one is closer in your opinion? Okay. And so now, if we are to compare these two, how would you describe the difference between them? Okay. Okay. Good. Amazing. Well, now I have another shade for you. Let's have a closer look. So when it's like isolated, how would you describe it? What would you call it? Okay, now let's try to compare it with some colors we've got here. Okay, what about this one? Okay, good. And what about this? Not so close. Okay, and what about this color? So which one is darker? Which one is more like saturated? Okay, great. And what about this color? Okay, good. Now we have one more. Okay, so it's pretty standard one. So can you see any difference between these two? If I put it here, can you see? Can you still see this smaller card? Okay, so do they look exactly the same to you? Or can you see any like difference, especially when they are two like put together? Okay, right. Good job, amazing. And finally, this one. Okay, it actually fits today's room. So, what if we compare it to this one? Alright, can you see any difference in these two shades? What if I put it here? Okay, can you still see this smaller card, or is it like exactly the same as this background one? Are you sure? Alright. Great. Alright, can you see any difference between these two shades? Okay, so it's like a bit more obvious. What about this one? Once again, if I put them like that, oops, I'm sorry. Would you see any difference between this and this? Okay, are you sure? I'll put them a bit closer to you. What about now? If I hold them this way? Tricky, right? Okay, yeah, but still. You did really well with them. So I hope it was fun for you. Okay, good. Well, now, could you please tell me what can you see on this card? Okay. What about the shape? Right. So, if you look closer, if you have a closer look at it, does it look exactly the same? So the shade of green, is it the same on both sides of the diamond? Okay, good. And now, what about this card? Okay, so on this one, the shade, is it like all the same all around this triangle, or can you see any gradation of color at some of the tips of this triangle in the angles? So if we compare these two once again, which one seems to be more homogeneous in color? The East triangle. Okay, great. Now, would you please have a look at this figure right there? What does it look like to you, by the way? Good. What color is it, or what colors does it combine? Okay, are you sure? Please have a closer look. Alright, wow, and then if you look at this card over here, what color is it? Is it like homogeneous? So comparing these two, which one has more shades in it? Okay, so definitely this hourglass. Good job. Now please have a look at this square. Okay, what color is it? Alright, wonderful. And then is it like relatively homogeneous to you? What about this? Do these two colors seem similar? And what about these heart? Can you see any gradation of color there? Okay, so comparing these two, which one seems to be more like homogeneous in color? Okay, this one. And this has like more shades to it. Okay, good. Wonderful. And now, what does it look like to you? Sure. And what about this one? So which one has more shades in it? This triangle. Okay. Good job. You're doing great. Well, now let's get a look at this classical chart. I have a printed one, but I also have some handmade ones. So let's start with the printed version. Just a second. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'll just take it out. Just a second. Give me a moment. Sorry. Okay. Good. So let's start with these easier ones, I suppose, right? And you see anything on this sheet of paper? Good. Now please tell me, what can you see there? So 3 circles. Can you see anything inside these circles, or are they just like simple ones without anything hidden inside? What about this very first one? What can you see there? A butterfly. Okay, what combination of colors can you actually see on this one? Okay. And what color is this butterfly? Good. Now what about this second one? Can you see anything inside? Well, and then what about this third one? What colors can you see? Okay. Good. Sure. Wonderful. Now, what about these? Can you see anything inside these circles? Well, first, how many circles can you see there? Just 6 of them, right? Now, what about this bottom one? Okay. What about this one here? Yeah, that's a bit easier. What about this? Right, yeah. Now this one. Good. Now, what about this? Can you see any number inside? Maybe you can see something else, something different. Okay, and the top one. Right. Good. Now I have a pretty similar one, but the colors are just not as like contrasting as in the previous one, right? You see, so they are more like pastel shades, and so the difference, like the contrast between them, is not as like huge as was in the previous picture. All right, so can you see anything inside this circle? Good. What about this one on top? Okay, this, and now this one, and these two, and this. Okay, well, great. Good. Now let's just give a try to these ones that I have here. Okay, so could you please tell me, can you see anything inside the circle? I'm bringing it closer to you. Okay, are you sure there's nothing? Right. And what about this one? Can you see anything there? Okay, great. So letter E it is, right? Yeah, wonderful. So when we compare these two, here still nothing, right? Okay, got it. Now, can you see anything inside this circle? And what about this one? Okay, are you sure? So it's letter A. Wonderful. So now, once again, these two. This one still nothing. Okay, got it. Now, what about this circle? Can you see anything inside? Letter L. Amazing. And what about this one? Good. Okay, awesome. Now what about this? And what about this? Okay. Okay, good. So letter P it is. Wonderful. Right, so you're doing so good. Okay, now what do you think? Like, which colors are like out of all these, so are most like similar to the ones given in this card? So that will be green. Okay, anything else? A little bit of orange. Alright, anything else? Have a closer look at this one once again. A little bit of yellowish. Good. Okay, agree. Great. And now, what about this card? What do you think? Which colors would be closest to this? Blue, of course, right? Yeah. Okay, here it is. Anything else? Okay. So the green one. There we go. Shall I bring any other colors in there? No, I would do. Okay, great. And now what about this one? Oh, sorry. Okay, so orange. Anything else? The right one. Right, yeah, amazing. Good job. And finally, what about this card? So that will be blue for sure. Good. And more like pinkish, yellowish, like that. Okay, great. Right, yeah, wonderful. So you can see the color perfectly well. Great. And now finally, give me a moment. So once again, could you please tell me on this chart, can you see any similar colors? Okay, so if we talk about these two lines, are they exactly the same or do they look just similar? We're gonna have a closer look. Just like that. Okay, so what would you say? So this one seems to be a bit lighter, tiny little bit. Okay, wow, that's an amazing precision. Right, so you're not colorblind for sure. You can see color perfectly well, and you can even differentiate between the slightest, differences in shades of colors. So that's amazing. Great. I'm so proud of you. You did really, really well. Well, and I guess that I'll see you really soon for your full eye exam and maybe even for your full cranial nerve exam, right? Yeah. So I see that wouldn't hurt. Well, anyway, thank you so much. It was so much fun. Yeah, as always. Sure. I'll be looking forward to seeing you again and have a good one. I hope you get a little some really good rest. You deserve it. Yeah, just get some good rest and I'll see you pretty soon. Sure. Okay. Well,